live for a little bit because I just need to take a break after doing a bunch of stuff and before I do some more stuff. Um, I'm trying to impose a bit of a break for myself. I don't want to be on here for hours and hours, but I do at least want to take some time to myself to do something that I want to do. So that's you know, probably the what I really feel like doing right now is like sitting at the piano and doing scales nonstop like a crazy woman. But my piano is compromised, just like my painting space. So we're not doing that. But I can paint. I can color. I can always color. So that's what I'm gonna do for a little bit. Color, organize my cleaning. My sorry, not cleaning stuff. My what do you call it? My coloring stuff a little bit. I do need to like organize it. Ooh, look at that big arm, big arm. And I always had these. You know how some what do they call it? Polaris or something like that, where you have like chicken skin or whatever. I'm the one person in my family who like has this on my legs too. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. It's just a part of me. I don't know why some people have it and some don't. Just like some people have rings around their neck and some don't. I got rings around my neck too. I don't know if other people in my family have that. They might. I know mine have always been noticeable. I had one guy one time that told me that in the Middle Ages that was a sign of beauty or whatever to have the rings around your neck. I don't know what that means. Other than that he was trying to hit on me, but I guess that's some random knowledge. some that some smart people or so-called smart people get. I don't know. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so hopefully I won't be so in oblivion as I'm working that I don't notice that somebody comes on or comes in the chat, which kind of reminds me. Let me open up the chat so I'll know. Hey, there's a thought. I don't like that the thing gets makes the picture smaller though, but that's okay. I suppose I could do the overlay, but I really don't feel like doing that. I yeah, you know what? I don't know that I feel like really showing those, but I bought like three or four, actually four sets of paint markers. Three of them acrylic, and one um sorry. See, now you can see all my junk everywhere. This is part of why I need to clean my desk, and I need to put my watch on. Is what I need to do instead of having it lying on the desk. But I was trying to give my wrist a break. I kind of figured if I didn't go live right now, and this was very impromptu, I didn't really plan it, but um, I figured if I didn't go live, I probably wouldn't upload a video for a while, and I kind of just wanted to be consistent somehow, you know, with what I was doing with the coloring. And so I thought all of a sudden, after I finished cooking and organizing some stuff in the house, let me just do this. I don't know. It was very impromptu. Very, very, very impromptu this was. Um, yeah, I'm moving stuff around on my desk. Um, but anyway, what I was saying before that, see, I'm just very random. I can't help it. Um, I bought like four sets of paint pens. Three of them acrylic and one of them oil. And I wanted to do a review of them, to have something formal, because I know review videos of products have helped me, um, and I know it helps people, um, and so I wanted to do that, but I don't feel like organized enough, or I got to be disciplined for my job, and right now I'm in like this. I'm in entering into the crunch mode at my job. That portion of the year where we're really like it gets really intense, and so I just don't have the presence of mind to do a to try and figure out how to do a decent um demonstration kind of video. So because this kind of thing is not my, it's not what I do. It's not my area of expertise or anything. It's not even my avocation. I don't know. I just happen to be doing it. Oh, lip do. I need some right now. Um, but if I can, I will definitely try to do that, because I think um, I don't know that I've seen specific reviews on these particular products on YouTube, and sometimes it makes a difference to people, like whether you get one brand of a marker of a product, a pencil or marker or whatever, over another, even though they're supposed to do the same thing. Um, Sometimes there's little differences in them when you start using them that people kind of want to know before they themselves buy it. Um, and I know sometimes I have that kind of um, thing in my head when I'm looking at product review videos. So, and it kind of helps me rule out some products and say, okay, I think from watching all these videos, this particular one is what I want um, over the others. So, yeah, so I really see the value in them. So that's what makes me want to do one, even though I don't have time to do one. So I guess in a way, I might be doing right now a kind of, quasi review of them, just with what I've been doing lately with coloring with them, um, which I haven't colored with all of them a lot, but I've kind of been stepping out and experimenting a little bit. Um, yeah, that's kind of weird and random. I apologize. I'm just not, my head's just not in organization mode for this kind of thing. It isn't. Because what I do, I color to relax. And um, I bought the markers because I did a little investigation and bought these particular markers because of something that I'm trying to move towards in my adult coloring, particularly in books like Kerby Rosanes books. This is one that I have um, the first one I ever bought, and I really need to work on it more. Um, I also happened to notice when I was going through organizing my books before coming on here that I have more Kirby books than I thought I had. Um, and I also have a mythographic book, that particular, that, and which I didn't realize I had. Um, so yeah, I feel like I need to like get a move on with working in some of these books and get an idea of what my way of working in them is going to be. Um, and I wasn't ready for that before. Um, and I feel like I'm kind of ready to start exploring that now. Um, Maybe to show an example of what I mean. Like, okay, this was one of, maybe like this, I might have been, I don't know, this was one of the first things that I colored in, of Kirby. And I had to rework this again after working in it, because I was like, oh my God, that's just like kind of boring. Um, and of course, I used colored pencils in here. Then I used some um, water-based kind of inexpensive markers in here too to kind of like outline. I also used some gel pens to try and like bring out some of the things with the mountains. Um, then the sky initially was just like, oh my god, it just was like, I didn't know what to do with it. And I can't even remember how I originally had it. Maybe just colored pencil with a blue or something. Um, and it's like this is like not I just felt like oh, this is boring, I'm not getting anywhere with that either. So that was when actually I believe that I went out and explored some products, and I found these guys, Marabou art grants. And I actually recently have been looking at some reviews of these, which have been kind of interesting, as with some artists actually showing the various ways you can use this wet and dry. Like there's more than one wet way to use it, more than one dry way to use it. And so I may have even shared one of those videos on my community wall. I definitely have them. I have at least one that's in my playlist for coloring and art ideas. But I think one of the people that did it that I was watching, her name is Trina, and it's like Trina Art or something like that. Um, so that helped me watching that video. But initially, I did along when I first got these, which had to be like a year ago or something more, maybe like 2 years ago, um, I started doing some of the sky with this intermittent with those inexpensive water-based pens and a little bit of water on a brush pen. And I don't have obviously like any kind of really control over the medium or anything yet, and I didn't at this time, but I was just in a make it work moment. And I do think I improved how the sky looked, but then I had to stop because it's like I just had to stop because like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where this is going, and I just have to let it be. um Some things I also did in here was like I kind of tried to vary the rock on the mountains to bring it out more, using kind of this beigeish color in here. Because initially I had it was like all gray and black, different grays and black, and it just wasn't doing enough for me. But I don't know. It is what it is. Um, Water, like how to do water, that just kind of terrifies me anyway. But that's what I did with that. It's grays and blues with some white. um yeah, my whole thing with Kirby, I never know how to approach his coloring pages. I just don't. I feel like I look at them and it's like, well, there's a lot of stuff I can color in each thing, but then what? Like, and the idea of being so realistic, I have a hard time breaking from trying to be realistic with a fantastical picture, which is kind of weird. Um, yeah, I have all kinds of things that kind of make it. I'm trying to wrap my head around them. Um, the kind of almost like magic realism of his pictures. Um, my head doesn't know where to go with them. Sorry, that's just the truth. Um, yeah, here's another one. Lord have mercy. These pages drive me nuts. And like looking at this and seeing, oh my god, it's not even finished. There's stuff left to do in here. And I don't like, it's like, oh my god. What am I going to wind up when I'm done with it? Just like a bunch of colors? Is that a thing? Is that what I want? I don't know. This is weird. Anyway, I think I was also experimenting with the Marabou art crayons on this too. Probably this color. Fumble, fumble. Probably this one. I also think I used some blue pencil in here too. Um, yeah, I I had fun coloring some of these things, but I kept wondering, where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Hey, blue skies! Oh my god, what's falling? Things are falling off my desk. Ah! Countdown to when I can reorganize this room. I'm so excited about that. I'm doing good. It's kind of yeah, it's kind of a busy time of the year for me, so I'm kind of trying to take a break and trying to do something like, I don't know, kind of relaxing. I hope you're doing well, blue skies. Um so yeah, I like all these little characters in here, but then I don't. It's like they kind of having them mixed in with something realistic again that throws me off. Um I feel like what is this trying to communicate? Like what I don't know. It just puts me in this weird head where I'm thinking too hard. But I do like coloring all the little things. Um but that also makes it very tedious and I have to kind of like shut out um the rest. I don't know. I haven't again, it's another thing with me and Kirby not knowing how to approach it. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, actually, I have something that's going on too, and my nose keeps running in like a strange kind of way. And I tested myself for COVID yesterday because I started wondering. I've been around a lot of people who've been sick with all kinds of stuff, including COVID. And so I did a test yesterday just to see, and it came up negative. But I'm going to test myself again tomorrow, I think, just to make sure that I think I may have been exposed to it, and it's possible even I could have had like be infected with it, but not really have many symptoms because I have all my shots and like I've been taking zinc and stuff. And when I was feeling really funky one day, like what was it, last Sunday or something like that, I actually immediately just took two things of zinc and yeah, and I started taking vitamin C and all this other kind of stuff and it knocked it out. But still, every once in a while, every couple of days, I have this weird thing with my nose running. Um, and it happened to me like in the middle of work when I was talking to a bunch of people, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's weird. Do I look like a coke addict or something?" I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know. So that's what made me break out the test yesterday, and I am gonna take it again tomorrow. I've been feeling kind of junky. Yeah, I actually have oregano oil pills that I bought, and I also made some oregano oil from out in the garden. The oregano I have in the garden, I actually made some too. So I'm thinking of doing that. And then I was reading, they said like when you take the oregano oil pills, it says, well, you're gonna feel kind of hot afterwards, and that's normal. I'm like, well, what's that about? So I kind of waited on taking that, but I am looking into taking them because I did buy some. But yeah, and I remember you said you got your flu shot and your COVID shot at the same time, just like me, and had those same reactions to it. That was like, really? Yeah. So 'tis the season. Yes, stuff is going around. So I'm just trying to make sure I eat regularly and well, eat good stuff, and taking my zinc and my vitamin D and my K2 and all that stuff. I don't know. Drinking water, drinking water, drinking water. Yeah. Then I hear now they're talking about some pneumonia that's in China or that's come out of China or something like that. It's like all kinds of stuff going on. So I did have a pneumonia shot, like, I don't know. They said it's supposed to last 10 years. And I think I may have had mine, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. So they said I didn't really need one. Um, but I guess once you hit 65 or something like that, then they say like you need to get the shot that you need to get every year or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, some kind of pneumonia that's come out of China that people are starting to get. What the hell? All the diseases all of a sudden. But just stay healthy, wash your hands regularly, and all that other stuff. But yeah, so with this Kerby page, I was trying to make I don't know, I was trying to get out of all that blue, and so with something I can't remember what it was. I started trying to do these little cloud thingies. I don't know if I used a crayon for that or what. I might have used the Blick Art white pencil. Those things are awesome. I don't really like the Blick Art color pencils too much, but they also do like they're white and some other colors that are kind of pale are really really good for blending and doing certain effects. So I probably will always buy some of those particular colors in Blick pencils, but I don't think I'll ever buy a set again. So um, I do like Blick Art, but their pencils, they're too fat for me. I don't know. They just feel weird. I don't know. Anyway, but I like them better than Starjoy pencils, and they're more diverse, I think, than Starjoy gold pencils. So anyway, kind of in keeping with like Bubbles being on a finish up whips for the year. I kind of would like to do that as well, particularly with my Kerby books that I have, Kerby pages that I haven't finished, that I started, that I haven't finished, that because of my mental brain farts that I've been having on them, I kind of want to push through and do them. And so now that I have these different acrylic marker sets and one oil paint or a couple oil paint actually now that I looked at them sets, I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna start pushing my skills with this and practicing. They may not turn out looking all that great, but like you only learn by making mistakes, so I'm gonna be brave and go out there and just do it. So this looks like um this is my first book, and so I'm probably going to start off in here. I have a lot of pages that I started. This one I haven't finished. I was using every purple I had on this side, and I was enjoying it, but then it was getting like, it's like, oh brother, it's just all the same color. I'm tired. I need to do something else. But I think I probably need to learn how to move a little faster on coloring. So I'm trying to figure out why is my um yeah, that was what. Thank you. I did like the colors and I liked doing it and I liked the effect, how it looks, but then I was kind of like, oh my god, just all purple. I'm getting bored. Is it just going to be one big purple blob? But I think I may have disciplined myself a little with doing those magical fairies pages, with sticking to one color, one hue or whatever. I think I may be better equipped now mentally to handle doing this all in one color. So, yeah, so there's another whip. So we got like, I could start from the beginning actually. That might be a good idea. And this is one thing like that kind of like it makes me not know how to approach a Kerby page. Back to that subject, is that looking at the ones in here, it's like, well, how do they get this? What are they using to get these kind of effects? This is kind of like artists kind of work in a way. I think of it as that. And like, how are they getting this in these pages? How are they doing this? And so, not that I want to do exactly what they did, but I want to become acquainted with the page in the way that they did. I feel like that's what I'm lacking, to see that I'm being presented with more than just, oh, just use my colored pencils, color in the blank spots, um, and to be able to envision outside of um, the natural world, what we see every day. Because, like, the black sky, purple castle, the fish, they're, realistic but not, you know. And this one, these colors, yeah, so kind of. Oh, this says here. Oh, and I never really read the things in the beginning, which probably I should have. Um, what are they saying? The contrast creates a striking dark day and night effect. Light and dark is emphasized by the colors chosen for each of the character details. The white swan is accompanied by warm peachy pinks, magentas, and violets, whereas the black swan is surrounded by more mysterious cobalt blues and turquoises. The colorist has used, oh, this is good. This is kind of materials, is what I'm thinking of, concerned about, and this is interesting. I never noticed they really said that in here. Um, The colorist has used soft core pencils, which are ideal for layering and blending colors. When deciding on colors for your own artworks, it can help to think about what meaning they might give to the images, how they can change the feel and atmosphere, and even give the subjects their own personalities. Okay, now that part is kind of vague, but this one says combining traditional and digital techniques. That's what they did on this one. And they said Xenia's Tutanhamon image takes coloring to another level. She has skillfully combined traditional hand coloring with digital effects. Now, how did she do that? Huh? With hand coloring, she has created a high shine effect on the mask of Tut using sharp, high contrast coloring. Note the curved shine around the headdress, this part of the mask, and the way the light and dark shade into each other, almost not blending at all. This gives the impression of a highly polished metallic finish with extreme 3D depth. But the background of the image has been completed with digital coloring. Okay, so like that's not fair. If you have access to a digital coloring program such as Photoshop and a scanner to upload a colored image to a computer, the sky is the limit. Yeah, I don't even want to go there. I want to do that with my hands. Yeah, see, I never read them either. So it's like, um, so I wonder, what did this one do? Dark Raven. Using directional blending techniques, graduating from dark edges through to a light center, the colorist has created a sense of depth in this image. So dark to light. What's it say? Blending and graduating from dark to lighter tones is achieved using high quality coloring pencils, layering different shades of color, and alternating pressure on the pencil. To create this effect, first decide in which direction you wish your tones to graduate. Oh. And start at the darkest end. Okay, this is kind of like specific instructions, and I kind of like that. Um, Create very dark areas by using a dark color and pressing firmly on the page. For light areas, use a lighter shade of pencil. Excuse me. I'm not sleepy. I don't know why I did that. Lack of oxygen, probably. And press. Okay, let me read that again. Um, Create very dark areas by using a dark color and pressing firmly on the page. For light areas, use a lighter shade of pencil and press gently. Okay, I have a hard time doing that one. Um, Pressing gently. This colorist has chosen shades of blue and purple as her main color themes and pops of brighter pinks and oranges to contrast. Then it says to create a seamless effect from dark to light, gradually layer and overlap each new shade. Paying attention to where the shades meet. Oh my gosh, why do I keep yawning? Excuse me. Paying attention to where the shades meet. You can use a colorless blending pencil or rub some paper towel over the top to help bleed the colors into one another. I wonder where is it that they're doing that? It seems like they're doing that in so many places I can't even get it together. But it's like, well, there's obvious light there. There's light over here, and then there's light here. I guess I would say those are the three big places where there's light. Here, here, and here. And then the darkest places, here in the corner. I don't know if you include the bird. And here. The other ones seem to be kind of medium, maybe? I don't know. Flashbacks to when my painting professor would always say, "Where's the light coming from?" I'm like, how the hell do I know? I don't know. I think I used to have him laughing sometimes because I just would say that. I don't know. I just was always frustrated by it. Um, hmm. In this image, notice how the colorist has placed dark areas next to light ones. Okay, so like this to this, these to this, here to here, here to here. Oh, something here to there. Oh, um, this ensures no element of the detail gets lost. Okay, I'm gonna trust you on that. Dark purple and hot pink leaves sit on top of the pale blue backgrounds. Yeah, that's true. Okay. They sit on top of the blue. Not that one though. The outer edges of each leaf are deliberately colored dark or pale to stand out against the surrounding areas. Okay, so like this has the white outlines because it's on a dark, really dark background. See, I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying. I'm like, I don't know. Like, don't ask me. Where's the light coming from? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, um, these techniques serve to draw the eye into orange eye and beak. Oh, into draw the eye into the glowing focal point of the picture, the fiery orange eye and the beak of the raven. You know what? I kind of even didn't notice that, to be honest. That's like all I can see is that. I see that, and then I go to, I don't know. Then I go to his wings. I think I didn't even notice that was orange until they said it. But okay, yeah. So at least this gives like some instructions, maybe to kind of play with and learn from. I know some people learn from watching other videos on YouTube, and I might, but I never seem to have. I mean, that might be the same way for me that I could learn that way, but I never seem to have the time to really like sit and watch the video and follow what they're doing and do what they're doing. I don't know. I think in part it might be because I have ants in my pants. I can't sit still. I can't do the same thing for too long, and I can't do one thing for too long, like um, just one thing at a time. I don't know. I think it's just because I know how much I have to do in my life. Um, Galactic Bear, what's that one look like? Oh Lord have mercy, the one that gives me a heart attack. I did this one. I shouldn't say heart attack, but yeah, I don't really like these colors, but I think I started working on this one. And I looked at it and and I think I hate it too. Think about it. Let me see. Yeah, these ones with these animals, I'm just like, I don't know. These little critters, like, why are all these little objects coming out of the animals? If I can get a reason for why that's happening, if I can wrap my head around some kind of my personal logic for why that might be, other than like, first thing that comes to me is, oh, it's a garbage dump, we're polluting the world, and these poor animals are still trying to get through it. Like, that doesn't really make me want to color the page, to be honest. That thought. So yeah, maybe that's one thing that's ruining it for me. And I think I did this bear. Yeah, I tried to do that with this bear, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But you know what? I'm gonna try and finish it, even though I hate it. Just finish out the idea, because I thought, okay, have part of the bear be natural, but then have the other part of the bear go into the colors of the critters. And it was a nice idea, but then like trying to figure out where it was gonna hit got kind of bizarre for me. And I was like, oh brother. It's like, can't I just color? I just got aggravated. But I should follow through and color faster so I don't get frustrated with it. And throw it down. Just like do it faster and get it done, you know. But yeah. I suppose in a way this is successful for what it's doing, for what I described, but I don't know, it just started to annoy me. I'm like, the fuck? Literally, I think I probably did say that and just stop. This is like, I can't deal with this. But yeah, and then I kept the leaves, I kept any greenery thing green for the most part. I felt committed to that for whatever reason. But yeah, I need to finish this. I kind of had fun doing this part, doing his hair there for some strange reason. And it may not look like I even did that much with it, but um, I'm just gonna have to find what blue I use, or give myself permission to kind of change the blue a little bit. Because offhand, I don't recall what I was using. Might have been using, I don't know, I don't recall. So there's another whip, and I probably should be marking these pages. Let's see, do I have I think I do have some. Mark these pages and say, you must finish these. That will make me feel like I've accomplished something if I actually finish them rather than starting on something else. I feel like that's something that's happening with me with coloring now, is that I really want to finish what I start. I don't want to have too many things that are not finished. Where I'm not, going through. So, yeah, where were the other ones? So let's see in the beginning here. What do I have? What do I have? I think that did kind of help reading that, those people's approaches. For one, I don't feel judged now by the way that one, um, actually used Photoshop to like finish it. The Egyptian one, I'm like, well, damn, that's not fair. I ain't gonna be doing that. I mean, I could get Photoshop, but that's not why I color. to use Photoshop. I don't know where I want to put this. I think I want it on the inside. Now these pages I really loved, and I had fun coloring. And I need to finish them too. This one is actually my favorite because I like the colors. That blue with that brown and then the gold. But I just need to finish it. So I think this one is actually my favorite one in the book, I think. And then this one, I liked how it was coming together. But I was getting a little overtaken with how busy it was. There's another critter one. Which, see, now I can kind of see using my Marabou crayons on this. I could see that happening. And me experimenting with these on this. To get more color coverage quickly. And then put in details afterwards. Yeah. So that's one reason why I started going into other, looking for those paint pens to kind of set me free a little bit. Then this guy, I like this page a lot. Even though I've been thinking, like, I don't know what to do with the background, but, like, we'll get there. So there's that. The page is coming out, too. Oh, where's the... I think there's another half to that page, and I don't know where it is. Is it in back? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Is this it? Oh, it's really stuck in there, too. Like, it doesn't want to come out. That's funny. It's supposed to be here. So, here's that one. I guess, oh, that's a whip, too. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these Kerby. It's like the images. I like the images, but I don't like them. Somehow they disturb me. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or what. I don't know. It's weird. I have my husband downstairs. I don't know if he might call me in a minute. I don't know why that's on the other. If that really was on the other side of this or what. It doesn't look like it, does it? Is this? Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Something's weird. Oh, maybe both of these pages don't go here. Or something. I don't know. You have to figure that one out. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I hope I can find it again because I don't know. I don't know what I used to get that. Or if I just use a combination of gray and light blue. Let's see. So that one, done with. This one, got to finish Mr. Rhino and a bunch of the other little things. And the background. So there's that one. Butterfly. Oh boy. This is one to be on there with like Kim and Bubbles and View. Just chatting where I can just like, color without thinking. Was just the monotone. This guy, I didn't even like this, but I colored it. This is one of the first ones I probably colored too. Looks like it needs something. I don't know what. But I'm not going to call that a whip. I call it finished for now. Okay, so we did this one, the bear. Oh yeah, I started this. I don't know why I wanted to do this. I wanted to make them two different. Oh, I know why. Because this is like, yeah. I wanted to make them different colors because this looked like a claw to something else, and then that looks like the dragons. I had fun doing the dragons. So it's another whip. There's something about this one that I like that was calling me. Hey, View. I was just mentioning your name. I just went through a bunch of books because I was moving some stuff around to figure out, kind of organizing my books a little bit because I want to start using my paint pens and my art crayons. And I have them specifically to work on Kirby books. And so I started looking through my stuff, and I have more Kirby books than I thought. And I also have one of the mythographic books that I was like, oh, really? That's stuff I didn't know. Ciao. Didn't do the whale, so that's not a whip. Okay, that's already stressing me out. Just looking at it. Turn that page quick. I didn't even finish Medusa. I have to finish her. Okay, there's a dragon. I like how thick these pages are. What the heck is that? Almost looks like a Christmas ornament, but it also looks like a pomegranate. Also looks like a rutabaga. I don't know. Rutabaga wolf. Yeah, I may not have gotten this far back because I was like, like not going this far back and I haven't done what's up front. But I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I'm wrong. Unless the page is out of order. Oh, there's that bird. The bird. I feel like taking out the page and putting it on a board to work on. That's wild. I love this guy. I love this doggy. I call him doggy. Yeah, I need to finish him. Oh. I kept getting my bronze and my golds mixed up in here, and that's when I just stopped working in here. It's like I keep confusing them, and I gotta stop doing that because now it's all looking the same. But this one I really like, but I can't remember what I started this with. Thus, I haven't gone back to it. I was like, "Ooh, I really like how I did that. What did I use? I have no idea." Then I was kind of annoyed. It's like, well, what do you do the flowers with? Oh, a bunch of flowers a different color. Well, that's kind of boring. It has no style or something. So, but yeah, I like this one. Is my thing going out of focus? I hope not. What time is it? I might need to eat soon or feed a dog. It's almost 4 o'clock. Wow. So I like swirly things. I have a thing for swirly things and curves. Um, when I'm sketching, when I'm painting, doesn't matter. Just I have a thing for swirly stuff. So I have to try and match the colors on the octopi, or at least the one. And I kind of want to figure out a real color scheme that I'm not just going to be doing the same old, same old. I don't know. Wolfie! Yeah, and then I was doing this one, and I'm trying to like trim every green with some of the greenery with red, because there's some red veined plants, Yeah, it was kind of tedious a little bit, but and then it just starts looking busy. It's just like, yeah, okay. It just makes you go like, oh, yeah. And so then I stop. Whenever it gets like that for me, it's like a stop. I don't know, but I do kind of like that. And then I tried to make some distinct by using the darker green in them instead of the red, so you could tell like the greenery is different. Um, So I'm probably going to continue with that. But it just was, it looks like he used some kind of marker in here, not just pencil and marker. Then these things, I was trying to make that distinct. I couldn't figure out, is this rock? Is this wood? Are they supposed to be fungi? What the hell is it? I don't know. And I didn't quite know. Yeah, it's hard to figure out, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Um, but yeah, I like Wolfie. This doggy. So that's one to finish, and I'm gonna have to do something with the sky. Water, bane of my existence. Water. Yeah, they do. Wow. Yeah, it's busy. Okay, big pictures. Yeah, like we gotta finish the big ones. Um, but I still didn't finish this one. I feel like it needs something. But the iguana, and obviously I use some marker for the background, marker and pencil. Ooh, Lord, 31. So I still need to finish this. I was trying to make all these little critters red and make them kind of stand out with some shading. And I love this little guy. He's cute. Yeah, so not much to finish on this one, but still some. I'll bet. I probably have that too. Then I started this one, which reminds me of that book and that movie, Watership Down, with all the rabbits running. I never read it or saw it, but this is what it reminded me of. And I can tell I was using the Marabou art crayons. And I think I was probably upset that this wasn't blending like I wanted it to. And I think this might have been when I made the decision to buy some solvent because I wanted to break that down. I was like, no, I want it shaded. I want to blend it. And I wanted it to go, everything to go like from dark to light and dark to bright. And so like I did over here on this side, the blue, almost like they're running from the darkness and into the light or something. I don't know. Trying to get to the other side of town because, like, you don't want to be on that particular side of town at that Walmart when it's dark. I've been there in my hometown. There was one like where the Kmart was. They used to have like specific stuff in their grocery store too. Had specific things you couldn't find at the grocery store on the other side of the town because this was the ghetto one. But like you didn't want to be there after dark. You didn't want to be there then. Get out of there before then. So this was me. Run! Get in your car and run! Don't stop at any stoplights either. Sorry. Oh boy. Yes, this is a big whip. Wow. And I'm probably going to try and do something a little more adventurous with everything around the rabbits. I was trying to stick to the same colors for the hairs. I think there were probably more hairs or something. I was trying to keep them this whatever had a certain characteristic, keep it that same set of colors. Gray brown versus red brown versus yellow brown. I don't know. But yeah, so this I love mushrooms. I actually looked up the other day. I googled colorful mushrooms and I found this website that it has colorful mushrooms, like real ones. Amazing. I wanted to find a way to share the page, but I couldn't find a way. So here's the swans. They seem kind of boring. I might do something freaky with these swans because I mean they're kind of boring. I always kind of find swans scary anyway. Their beaks are too big. They look like they could really hurt you with them. Okay, this is the first thing I ever did in a Kerby book, and I did this color along with Leilani and A View. And I still have been coming back to it, trying to make certain things stand out on it because it just seems so monotone and boring. And I may still do that, especially since I have some better markers, like to bring out, delineate some light over as opposed to the dark or whatever. But there's a certain point where you just should stop, but I still feel like this needs something. Have we gotten to the end? This might be towards the end of where I did anything. I don't think I went back this far. I'd aggravated myself enough with everything I'd started in the beginning. I really like this guy. I'm looking forward to doing this one. And why is this little thing on here like that? What does this have to do with anything? It's cute as heck, but what the hell? Hanging on to a nail. Oh. That's interesting. So is this. I never even saw this picture at all. But we ain't there yet. We're a long ways from there. Okay, this is goofy. Why does he have a tail like that? I might have to make up a story for these things, for real. To be able to color them. Just like they said in the beginning. They said, think of the story. Yeah, I haven't colored any of these things in the back. Nope. Magilla Gorilla. King Kong. Oh, he's facing the other way. That's weird. So that's it for that guy. I got a lot of whips in there. I was trying to find this book yesterday, and when I couldn't find it, I was looking for a Kerby book to work in to try and use my markers and stuff, and I found this. Yeah, I think now I can kind of tell which ones that they've used Photoshop, which kind of makes me sad that they use Photoshop because that's not. I want to find out how to use, real stuff. But now I know to read these, before I start coloring them. It might not be true. It is what is that? Oh, that. Oh, sorry for that picture. Oh Lord. I had so much fun with this page, and last night when I was listening to some things, I may have started messing it up, but I actually used the Marabou art crayons and some brushes to do this background here, because I was thinking I want the background to be this over here, blue, and I don't know, I may just leave this white. I kind of like how it looks white, but I was thinking maybe making it yellowish brown or something, but I may leave it white because I kind of like the effect. And then this is where I started messing up. I thought, you know what, you better leave this alone. But initially it was this color. All the bottom part here was this color, around the leaves, from the Marabou crayons. Yeah, that rooster, he was fun to color. I'm still working on them, obviously, but um, yeah, I was feeling this page. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this because I don't know why I went in there with brown, except I just wanted to use the paint markers. Like, I don't know, it's getting kind of goofy. I made myself put them down, but then I went in with a black pencil and kind of started doing some highlighting of this because it's so kind of monotone. I felt like this needed to stand out more. So I got a lot of work left to do on this page, but I'm not in a hurry with it. And then this page, I turned it into fun somehow. Because like at first I was like, why do I really want to color this? But I really like it. I was doing the vein thing, using like a purple brown or whatever to put the veins in the leaves. And I don't know why, but I wanted this part of the root to be red, almost like it was a heart or something like that, or some kind of, I don't know, pod from outer space or something. Um, yeah, I was really feeling this page. Maybe it was all the mushrooms, but and yeah, having fun coloring the mushrooms. So yeah, and I don't think I've gone beyond that. No, I didn't want to. I'm stuck on these two pages, and also the previous Kerby book. I see this one. I know I'm gonna like coloring this page. I like pages like this. There's no creatures or anything really. It's just, yeah, I like these kinds of pages a lot of his. They're more my style or something. Bubbles! Hey! Okay, let's have a party. There's four of us now. I'm inspired to like show some of my, to like start focusing on some whips in my Kerby books. Inspired by you to do that. So, and I just showed some of them earlier. Um, so that's that. I really do like this page. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. Does it remind me of HR Puffin stuff or something? If you remember that show from the 70s. But yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. I'm probably gonna need to go pretty soon so I can do a little bit of work so then I can come back on and color. But I needed to take a break for a little bit. So yeah, I think, is it 4 o'clock now? Yeah, 4:06. Oh, that's all right. You know what? When I was talking about how, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need to look at those because maybe like I will buy those. I'm forgetting what I already bought. Like, what a knucklehead I am. That like I started because I have some that have a fine tip. I have these, like, duh. So it's like, but I did like put them in my cart though. I'm also finding that um another distinction. Oh, cool. That's one way to like get something done and also have some time to relax. Something that I noticed is that there's a on, like, when they say brush tip, there's a difference in brush tips as well. And I'm glad I got what I got because I like is this it? Yeah, because this is a really flexible brush tip that works like a paint. It works like a paintbrush. Whereas some things that say brush tip, it's a really firm brush tip that doesn't really move much. And so this kind of lets you do that little circular thing like really easily. Whereas the other ones, it just gives you limited flexibility, but enough so, like kind of a combination between a fine line and a brush tip and a real brush tip. I don't know if I explained that right. So I can justify my purchasing, like purchasing both these and these. And I started wondering too if there's a difference, if looking on Amazon and looking at the ones that say that they have a flexible brush tip, or if looking at the ones that say you can do calligraphy with it, if that helps you helps to designate that it is the brush tip that's more like these, where it really moves. Because this says flexible brush tip. And what are my other ones? Did I get another one that said brush tip? I can't remember. Oh, and this just says brush tip. And maybe I should show the difference. Maybe this video will be kind of tutorial-esque after all. Because I can show, okay, so here's, which side is which? Okay. So this is this brush tip. I'm trying not to lose the caps because they don't cap. Of the Arctics. This is this brush tip. And how many millimeters does it say? That makes a difference too. It's a 3.2 millimeter brush tip. And on the other side, it has a 1.9 millimeter fine tip. Okay, this is nice for going around edges. And then this one is, where did I put it? This one is, does it say how many millimeters? This says it is a 0.5 to 8 millimeter flexible brush tip. And it actually shows like how it kind of bends it. And that's exactly what this does. And this is really like one of the main things that I was looking for, was something that would have this flexible of a brush tip. So it's possible that if you want this kind of movement from your tip, like I did, focus more. There we go. If you want this kind of movement with your brush tip, these particular ones, Art Ship Design, are the ones that I purchased, acrylic paint pens, and they have this little thing on there. Yeah, they do work that way, and I love them because I can swoop and all that. With this one, let's see. I don't know that I've tried these yet. Yeah, see, this is a little. It's got a little swoop to it. So it's not as broader a stroke because it's only, 3.2 millimeter, but that's good. That works. And then maybe I should do this one, but I don't want to lose the top because they don't cap on the. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you know what? My instinct said use these get these to work in the Kerby books, and I think that really is going to work for me. And this is the Art Ship Design, which I think I actually looked to see if they had a bigger set. And see how that, I don't know, it's just like broader. And you can do broader too. Yeah, I like these a lot. I really do. And I think I may look to see if they have a bigger set, because I may want that eventually, but I'm not buying anything from there for a little bit because I need to stop. And I also need to use these and see how they work for me in case I need to make an adjustment in what it is I really want. So Yeah, it's thicker. It is a. It says it's a zero point 0.5 to 8 millimeter um flexible brush tip, as opposed to these, which say it's just 3.2 millimeter, and that's it. Yeah. So that's my little. That's about as much swatching as you're gonna get out of me. Um. Although, well, I do have these though, but I haven't used these yet. Have I used these yet, or did I use them last night? I can't remember. Oh, I don't want to start them yet. That's what the tip looks like. And these, I think, look more like the ones that you have bubbles. And that's why I said, like, oh, I don't need any like that because I already have some with that tip. See how Amazon might get you? See how reviews can get you? And then it has that tip, which is nice for like broad, just kind of inside things where you don't need a swoop like that. So, yeah. So, some for like finer work, these, smaller, finer jobs, straight or curly. Um, these for the broad tips, broad swirlies. And these for it has a 7 millimeter tip and a 0.7 millimeter tip and a 3 millimeter tip. Although that seems like kind of bigger than the brush thing to me on the other ones, but their 3 millimeter looks. Well, I guess it's because it's not a brush tip. It's not a brush tip. It's just a point. Somehow it seems, I don't know, seems smaller somehow. So that's that. So I need to go so I can eat and make sure my dog got fed and do a little bit of work, and like y'all let me know when you're coming on because I am going to need some coloring time today. This is just basically my kind of get my books in order day and hour or whatever, and kind of get my pencils in order too. That's probably the next thing I'm going to do. And then look at my whips in Kerby because I got a plan. Man. I'm going to color at them. So, I will see y'all in a little bit. These things are hard to get back in the box. I'm just sitting here fighting with it. See y'all on the YouTube streets. I won't be on until super late. Okay. You're not off. Oh, okay, so you're still at work. Oh, 10 p.m. your time? Oh my gosh, so what is that, like 2 p.m. mine? Or 2 a.m. mine? You want to color but not on your channel? What time? I'll come on. You tell me when, I'll come on. You need Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm staying out of it. It's like I've had to leave a few places this week. It's like, oh, well. Okay. Well, I need like a couple hours to eat, and I think I'm gonna put in a load of laundry and catch up on my stuff. So probably like sometime between 6 and 7. I'll let you know. Or I might catch you in a chat or something and drag you out before you get in trouble. Okay. Yeah, that too. Use your other channel. But anyway, I'll let you know. Yeah, I have this weird thing where all of a sudden, like, I don't know what prompted me. Something on my computer prompted me to install the Instagram app. And so now I think that kind of messes up where I don't get notifications when anybody like posts anything. So I'm kind of like getting ready to uninstall the app and go back to like looking at it in the browser so that it gives me notifications. Yeah. Yeah, but then you can't pop in anywhere with that while you're on that channel. Oh boy. WPP, along with your whips, witness protection program. Okay, well, I'll talk to you all later. I'm gonna head out. So we'll be on the lookout for each other so we can color later in a beef sector free zone. Take care. Bye bye.